students, they confuse plan with planning. In management, these two are separate. All right. So goals means what? Plans mean, or goal mean what? Plans means how. All right. So there are different kinds of types of plans. How you achieve those plans? Number one. So definition of plans depends on four characteristics. Number one, based on breadth. Based on breadth, the types of plans are strategic plans and operational plans. All right, we will see one by one in our coming slides. Number two, based on time frames. These are long term and short term. Based on specificity, directional and specific. Based on frequency of use, single use, and standing. So let's just talk about types of plan based on each variation. So types of plan based on breadth. Here, strategic versus operational. So the most popular way to describe organizational plans are strategic and operational. You have heard it numerous times. Many books, like other than the management books, you have seen these strategic plans, operational plans, right? Even if you are doing some internship, you heard these kind of words. This is the easiest way, and many organizations follow these types based on breadth. So strategic plans are that apply to the entire organization and establish the organization's overall goal. Like I told you, if Sony want to be best quality movie production or the top quality or top class movie production house, then that is the strategic plan. What about the operational plan? It has to be best in production, in choosing the good story, in direction, in choosing the actors. So these are operational plans. So plans that encompasses a particular operational area of the organization. Like I told you, if the Sony movies want to be the best, strategic plan. And how they want to be best? Choosing actors, good story, directions, and other productions. So it means these small goals ultimately connect or fulfill your big goals. All right. Okay, one thing I missed here. So you see the plans based on four variation, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember breadth, we have strategic and operational. Time frame, we have long term and short term. Specificity, directional and specific. Frequency of use, single and standing. And did you see something magical here? The things common between these two variation is that the type or the first type in every variation is interlinked, right? So strategic goals are long term, directional, single use. Operational goals are short term, specific, standing. So that just I forgot to explain in this figure, so I just explain it here. So Are you clear with this strategic goals and operational goals, everyone?
Yeah, but
Yes.
I didn't really get the frequency
We will.
use a little
Okay.
bit better.
Okay, good. We will be talking about in our coming slides. Just we talked about only one thing, and that is breadth. This we still have to cover. Let's just move forward. Okay, I would be answering over there. Now, based on time frame, we have long term, short term. So, long term goals. So, normally we call in management the long term means 3 years. Short term means 1 year or less than 1 year, right? And any time that is between, if your goal is in between, we call this medium, or I think not medium, intermediate. Intermediate goal. All right. So long-term plans in an organization, that plan which goes beyond 3 years, we call this long-term plan. Short-term plan, which is 1 year or less than, but in between, we call this intermediate goal. Now, based on specificity, directional and operational. Let's just talk about that. Specific goals, plans that are clearly defined and leave no room for interpretation. These goals are called specific goals. Like mostly, if you are working in production house or production factory, I would say that factory, then these goals are more specific. They are going to tell you that okay, how to produce, which things comes first, and how you are assembling the product. All right. Okay, everyone. So guys, can you listen? Can you hear me? Wait a second. Okay. Okay, guys. So can you hear me now? Okay, here. So we were talking about based on specificity, we have two types of goals, specific goals and directional goals. In specific goals, like its name implies, in specific type of plans, the everything must be specifically cleared, leaving no room for any error or interpretation. So mostly they are in production houses, in assembly houses. For example, if you are making automobiles, so you know that which, which product, which part is coming and where you need to install it, what we need to produce first, and what are the connecting, assembly lines and all the stuff. So what are the directional plans? Directional plans means they are flexible and set out general guidelines, and that's it. So normally directional plans in an organizations, they are more in service sector, where you need to set, where your main product is to satisfy the customer need. All right, like in a beauty salon, they are coming, the customers or clients are coming to you because of your services, and how you can if one lady or one person is asking you a tea, that is directional plan. That is not into your or maybe that's not into your memo or job description to provide tea to the customer. But if your prime you know your prime objective is to satisfy customer needs, then during his operational uh, during the service, you are providing him a tea according to his request, will increase his satisfaction, then that is directional plan. There is no specific rule, it is flexible. All right, so your book, I think, clarifies more on the directional and specific plan. So you see something, if you want to go from, let me show you, if you want to go from point A to point B, right? So the directional goal is you need to reach the point B, that's it. But if that is a specific goal, then it will tell you how to reach to the point B. So you see, it's gonna give you street charts and all the stuff. So it would be more specific, no room for error. And in this, your intuition required. Wait a second. Okay, guys. So I was telling the difference between the specific and directional goals or directional plans, that in directional plans you are just given a direction that you need to reach point A to B, that's it. In that case, you have to use your intuition, your experience. So these are normally top level plans. Top management, they decide the direction of the company. For example, Samsung's, who thought that Samsung should enter into a mobile industry or tablets or screen industry. All right, so that was their direction. And how on specific you reach from A to B, and you are giving them direction. See the street view here, you are giving them street view and all those stuff right here. So this is specific, which means you leave no room